So, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. So today we're going to be making a glass lamp. So it's something that I've been looking at doing for quite some time. But also, whilst I've been doing these Blender tutorials and trying to get stuff out to you guys, I've been having a couple of, I don't know whether you call them haters or what you call them. But generally, people just kind of trying to get in the comments and go, oh, you should do this with your projects and you should do that with your projects. Like, fine, if you have a way of doing something, like, just do it your way kind of thing. This is the way that I generally do something, you know, and I'm not trying to be mean and I'm not trying to be horrible, but, like, your comments are being filtered now. So, yeah, this is the next Blender tutorial, and you know, for you guys who stay and you guys who love what I do, like, I really appreciate what, you know, I appreciate you, you know what I mean? But I just can't, like, I just find it's petty that people can come in the comments section and say, like, oh yeah, you need to do it like this. It's like, dude, if you've got a way of doing it, go run your own YouTube channel. Go run your own channel, because yeah. Like, I don't want to hear it, dude. If you have something constructive to say, then yeah, okay. But, like, yeah, I don't want to put a downer on this tutorial or downer on anybody's day, but, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I do not care. I don't care. Yeah, for those people who support me, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So, for those people who support me, let's continue on with this tutorial. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to switch this up to cycles, because we do these tutorials in cycles. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to press G on this cube right here. We're going to use this cube. Let's go to edit mode. I'm just going to go ahead and just shrink this down just ever so slightly. With that one. And then I'm just going to shrink down this as well, so we've got this nice little point coming up as well at the bottom. So, I believe that we're on, I don't know which tutorial we're on actually, I think we're on like 140 or something like that. I'm just going to press G to bring this down a little bit. I've had like a really busy day, so I'm just like, I just want to get this tutorial done. I'm going to go E for extrude, just to bring this up, scale this outwards. And then I'm just going to go E for extrude again, bring this outwards. I mean, this tutorial is like one of the, it's not like it's my fourth tutorial or something. And I just get people in the comments section trying to tell me what to do, and I'm just kind of like, dude, we're over tutorial 100 now, come on. Like, this should not be happening. So yeah, sorry to put it down. I just thought I'd like tell people about this, because I was just kind of taken aback when, you know. So, we're going to go ahead and just pull this up a little bit. E for extrude. We'll go ahead and just seal this up. So, if I just split the atom right here. Midway. And then I can press 1 at the side kind of thing. We got this nice little lamp shape going on. I'm just going to go E for extrude again. Now, you can keep it with the little sides as well. But personally, I'm going to keep it the way that it is. I think it looks nice. Just kind of squared off, kind of a cubism kind of theme. So what I'm going to do is go to the X-ray. And I'm going to do the inside of the lamp here. So we're just going to go E for extrude, bring it down. Just ever so slightly, and then scale it in so it's got that nice little lip. And then E for extrude, bring it down. Scale it outwards. E for extrude, bring it down, and then we're going to scale it outwards. E for extrude, and we'll bring it down. Make sure you're matching up with these lines. I'm just going to scale this one outwards. E for extrude, scale it outwards. E for extrude again. And we're going to come down. And then E for extrude, we'll go down to this part right here, scale this inwards, and then E for extrude, and then bring it down to the bottom. So you can just leave this as kind of a bulb at the bottom if you wanted to. We're going to put some stuff in here, some lights and stuff like that, so it doesn't really matter. So once we've got this, you can smooth it out if you want to. Actually looks kind of better with smooth. You know what, I'm just going to leave mine as regular at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and add a cylinder, scale this upwards. I'm just going to scale this in. And then G, just bring this in as well. It's kind of like a sci-fi lamp. Oops. So this will be the centre bit of the lamp. So I'm just going to scale this downwards and then maybe scale this upwards just a little bit. Press G to bring it down. And then we're going to go to edit mode. And then E for extrude. Scale it outwards at the bottom. E for extrude again. We'll go ahead and scale it outwards at the bottom. E for extrude. I just kind of make that little base just coming in just about there. E for extrude to give it a little bit of a lip at the bottom there, if you can see that. And I think I might leave it just like that. So I'm just going to shade this one smooth at the bottom. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and add, let's go with an icosphere. Generally works best. Let's go G, bring it up. We'll scale this just upwards like this. Now what we want to do is just scale this down just ever so slightly. So we've got almost like a bulb kind of thing going on. Just leave that in the middle. Take this base right here. We'll go with the edit mode. I'm just going to go ahead and go onto the X-ray just here. And we'll go E for extrude, bring this up. Just into the middle. And then E for extrude again. And what I'm going to do is just scale this downwards just ever so slightly. E for extrude again. Scale it outwards. And we've got this nice little lamp going on. So with the glass with this and the kind of chrome look, what we're going to do, go into shading tab. And we'll go new with this one. We'll turn up the metallic. And then I'm just going to go gold. You can turn down the roughness or up the roughness, depending on what you would like. I'm just going to go ahead and real quick add a plane in here so we can see the effects on this lamp. And what I'm going to do from this point on is this part right here needs to be glass. So what we need to do, we go to our materials tab right here. Principal BSDF, we can change this to glass BSDF. You can change out the roughness right here. Just bring the roughness down a little bit. So to get this kind of two-tone with this as well, we're going to go add. And we can go color ramp. Color ramp. Where are we at? Yeah. Okay, color ramp right here. We're going to go color to color. Let's go plus, and we'll have maybe a blue in here. Get a nice little tone of blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bulb right here that's in the middle of the icosphere, and we'll make this an emission. So let's go new, and we'll go emission. I will just turn this up ever so slightly. And with this glass, we just want to edit with the roughness. You can have it as rough or as smooth as you'd like. And then just edit your IOR to your specifications. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a colour ramp. Sorry, not a colour ramp, oh my gosh, the word escapes me. Let's go with noise texture. So we'll go with noise texture, colour to factor. And then we can scale this up or down, depending on what you would like. have kind of a funky kind of glass lamp if you want to. You can also shade this smooth if you wanted to, but it kind of looks like a galaxy, do you not think? Let's go with plus, and then we'll add kind of some pinks just to pull that purple a little bit. You can also distort this as well if you'd like to. So it almost looks like a little bit of a galaxy, just looking from the side. And if you wanted to, we can go ahead and add another noise texture. Let's add a, yeah, I think this one, yeah, let's do an add. So we've got one in one side, and then we're going to have this one in the other. So if I just zoom out there a little bit. Actually, let's get think we should try and multiply with this. You kind of get that nice little space look in there. And then we could go ahead and do a colour to value right here. And here, if we move this up a little bit, we can now get some noise going around the outside. Let's just move this to the side. Let's add a colour ramp again. But this time we're going to go black and white. You could also, let's go with mix. You could also go with a mix instead of a multiply if you wanted to. So that's the black and white version of the lamp. So if we go with colour ramp into A, colour ramp into B, and then result into colour just here, we can now change the factors of which one's coming through the most. This could be also kind of a sci-fi kind of lamp. We've got some kind of weird stuff going on inside of it. I don't know, like for your project personally. Right, that's the tutorial today. I will see you in the next one. Bye.